I want to show you some slides about my organization, because one of the purposes of this course is to give you new ideas, not only on gamma ray spectrometry or alpha spectrometry, but other things too. So I want to open your mind as much as possible. You will see it later. All right, this is my organization. We have a new building in quite close to Helsinki, 2 years old. And you can Google this abbreviation and you can find there details of my organization. But the mission, our mission is that we protect people, society, the environment, and future generations from the harmful effects of radiation. I will not go deep into this, but this is our organization. Of course, we have a director general in the top of the organization. It is needed, but I am in this department, measurement and environmental monitoring. We have 5 different labs there. Total number of staff is around 300 in our organization. In this department, the number of staff is around 50 or 60, something like that. Not very big organization. And I will very shortly show you the tasks of these labs here. Let's start about the environmental surveillance thing. I mean this one. So we are monitoring radioactivity throughout Finland. These are the location of either Geiger counters all over the Finland and lanthanum bromide scintillation detectors, around 250 pieces of them. Of course, the detector population is dense quite close to the nuclear plants. So we have a nationwide environmental monitoring program. These are some of my colleagues. Maria Kaipiainen is preparing some samples. I don't know what are the samples. Kari is taking sample from sea sediment. Then another lab, monitoring and situation awareness. So, because STUK is responsible in those cases when a nuclear accident or incident happens, then we have to do measurements in the environment too. So we are able to do field measurements by using this car. There are plenty of different kinds of detectors. We are also monitor human bodies by using this car. Then we have, in fact, quite nice place for seeing the data in real time that these people produce. It's a real-time remote expert support. It's a very, very, how to say, nice center. About the radiation meteorology things, STUK is a national standard laboratory maintaining of national meteorological standards. However, this laboratory does very much calibration services. Calibrations mean in these cases they are calibrating different kind of equipment. But now my laboratory, measurement and analysis, we are doing mainly measurements and some analysis too. So we do gamma spectrometric analysis from environmental samples, industrial samples, and also direct measurements from peoples. We do complicated analysis too, from, for example, from samples from nuclear reactors, primary circuit water. We have only light water reactors in Finland. But we do also analysis from natural isotopes. Then we do radiochemical analysis, uranium, plutonium, americium. This is incorrect, not copper. This should be curium, Cm. Sorry about this. Then we do analysis from strontium, tritium, lead, polonium, radon in water, cross alpha, etc., and also ICBMS measurements. We also made analysis on radon concentration, environmental testing, sampling for control of radioactivity. So we have two counting rooms for gamma ray analysis. This is first one. Second one is here. I will show you very soon a video. Let's see the video first. Most of our detectors, gamma detectors, are more or less same as detectors here. So there are not big differences. However, we have some special ones, like this one. It's a Compton suppression spectrometer. I will explain this in Saturday, I guess so. There is also a alpha beta gamma coincidence system known as Minipanda. There is cosmic ray shielding system known as Covert. These are the normal sample or beaker types we are using. I have to say this already now. We are quite often talking about the beakers, why they are so important. Do you have any idea of that? Okay, you can measure by using gamma ray spectrometry any object like this or any object. However, if you want to have quantitative information from this, for example, then you need a well qualified beakers, which are in this case they are not spherical, they are cylindrical in face, in shape, and if they are cylindrical, these air filters are not cylindrical, but the dirty area is cylindrical. So we can have quantitative results in different cylindrical objects. That's why the vials or beakers are important. And we are using so-called FTRAN software. It's efficiency transfer software. I will explain you this thing later, in later presentations. This is an example how many service-based gamma ray analysis we are doing per year. Mostly we do air filter measurements from construction materials, water samples, ashes, etc., etc. So they are from commercial services. In addition to these, we also analyze several hundred samples from the program of environmental monitoring. And I would like to show you now a video from, can I open it? It should be opened. I tested this yesterday, sorry. Sorry, I will. It should open here. Okay. This is a colleague of mine doing some marks to the samples. So quite high noise. Can you put it off? Yeah, thanks. So the laboratory is more or less same as here, although we have quite a big number of detectors. This is another room. I took this video a few days before I came here to India. Right. Then let's select that one. Okay. This is my colleague. I think you have same instruments here. For example, these Quantulus systems. This is very short video, 1 minute or so. These are some of our alpha spectrometers. She's putting one of the sample in the vacuum chamber of the alpha spectrometer. The detector is there. We have also 2 measurement rooms. All right. Okay, thank you very much. I will go back a little bit. I just put it down. Let's go here. I want to show you one slide. This one. So, why do we have 2 counting rooms for alpha and gamma spectrometry? Do you have any ideas? Any comments?
High active and low active samples?
Sorry?
High active and low active samples?
Well, it could be one possibility, but for example, if I want to measure something, some liquid like this one, and there is a lot of radionuclides inside. I accidentally drop it into the ground. What happens? It will contaminate the room, and it is possible that it is not possible to do any measurement in this room, but we have another room for that. So, because we are responsible, as I meant you, we are responsible of doing measurement during a nuclear incident or accident. That's why it's very essential that we have enough capabilities if something some bad things happen in the lab. So we have separate rooms for counting, so no cross-contamination in the case of an accident in the lab. All the materials, I mean in the concrete and in the floor and ceiling, they are low background materials. We have a separate air ventilation system with quite good filtration for each room. And in the case of a nuclear accident, if there is radioactive material in air outside of our building, then we can use charcoal filters instead of these HEPA filters, so that no radioactive material can come in to the measurement room. However, as you know, charcoal doesn't prohibit noble gases coming into the lab. So we have a possibility to fully stop the air ventilation. And there is also small overpressure compared to the adjacent corridors and rooms. Why this? So if we drop something on the corridor quite close to the measurement lab, so radioactive materials don't go inside the measurement lab. And there is, of course, access control to the measurement labs. So a limited set of people are able to go there. So no contamination goes into the lab. And also we monitor air temperatures, pressure, humidity, and especially radon concentration in the lab. You might know that in Finland we have a radon problem. For example, in my home, radon concentration is 100 becquerels per cubic meter, so it's quite high. And this is because of the uranium and uranium daughters on the soil and ground. All right, this is the presentation of my organization. Do you have any questions, comments, or anything?